Hello! Welcome to the Coastline Kids Weekly Catchup, the only place you can come for both silly, messy stuff and Jesus stuff. Disclaimer, there might also be other places, but they're probably not as good. This week, Bobby Bobson met King David off of the Old Testament, and he had a weird story about poop. You've got to tell us the cave story. Yeah. So I'm hiding out in this cave from Saul, right? And then Saul comes looking for me, searching all the nearby area. Then at one point, he pops into the cave that I'm in, right? To do big poo. To go into the poo in my cave. I was close enough, I could have easily killed him, but God said I must wait patiently for my time to be king. I must not kill him. So instead, I cut off a bit of his robe and then showed him that I wasn't really a threat. I showed him the robe. I was like, hey, Saulie, I got your robe, right? I could have killed you if I wanted to. Obviously, I don't want to, so you can leave me alone. He didn't. Watch the whole video right here on YouTube. Now, this week, we finished off our series on the Lord's Prayer. It's the prayer that Jesus taught us how to pray, and we've been learning how to pray together. It's been fun, hasn't it? Pete spoke to us on Sunday about the final line of that prayer, which is, don't let us yield to temptation, but rescue us from the evil one. Now, I'm going to catch you up on what he said. Does anyone know what temptation means? It's a tricky one, isn't it? Let me give you a quick example of temptation. If I put a big bowl of chocolate in front of you, got some over here, but I tell you that you're not allowed to eat it, right? You've got the chocolate, you're not allowed to eat it. Then I went away. How would you feel, right? The chocolate's there, it's staring you in the face. You might start licking your lips. Starting to feel really hungry, remembering, oh, the beautiful, beautiful taste of chocolate. It's so yummy. Oh, I love chocolate. Oops, I've eaten the chocolate, and I wasn't meant to. Temptation is the bit where we want to do something that we know we shouldn't do. Did you know that temptation itself isn't a bad thing? Jesus went into the desert and was tempted by the devil. Jesus hadn't eaten for 40 days and 40 nights. Now that's a really long time. He was super hungry. Have you ever gone a long time without eating? You know that feeling when you're so hungry that it feels like your tummy, it feels like it's having to resort to eating itself. It's like, I can't cope, I'm so hungry. That is how Jesus must have been feeling, but even worse. And then the devil comes along and says, hey, Jesus, it's me. Would you like some bread? Jesus must have been so tempted. But instead of saying yes, he says, no, I don't want bread from you. What things are you tempted to do? Maybe like some of the people said on Sunday, you get tempted to use your iPad when you know you're not meant to. Or watch stuff that your adults have told you not to watch, or to be mean about people when other people are being mean about them and telling you to join in too. Lots of the time, our friends can talk us into doing stuff that we really don't want to do, and we feel pretty bad after we've done them, don't we? When you're tempted to do the wrong thing, there are two things that you can do. First of all, and this is the obvious answer, right? You can pray. That's what we've been learning about all term. It's our final session on prayer. But you know, we can pray that Jesus will help us when we're tempted. In the bit of the prayer that we're learning today, it says, don't let us yield, which is just a fancy way of saying give in. Don't let us yield to temptation, but rescue us from the evil one. And it can be a really simple prayer. They're often the best prayers. Just pray, God, help me not to be tempted. Amen. And once you've prayed that prayer, the second thing to do when you're tempted is to run away. It is really, really hard to resist temptation. So when you're tempted, get out of there, do something else, go somewhere else, and get away from the temptation. We're gonna watch a little bit of a messy bit from Sunday. This is one of the pies that we had on Sunday morning. Are you ready? Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
I will see you back here next week on the Sunday morning. It's going to be the first of our Christmassy series. So it's going to be all Christmas related. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'll see you there. Oh, before you go, if you've enjoyed this video, which, come on, you have. Let's be honest, right? Why not click the like button below, click the subscribe and click the little bell. And then that way YouTube will know you've liked it and it'll tell other people, hey, this is pretty good. Go and watch this. All right, see you next week. Bye-bye.